So what is going on with women, right? That are not shaving their clitoris, not shaving the clitoris, but not shaving their vulva, right? The outer lips, labia. Um, you know, the labia, of course, is the inner, right? So the lips, the outer part of it, right? Women are not, hygienic. So as men, heterosexual men, right? Very few of us. Women are not, because obviously you look at the statistics of STDs, a lot of HPV. You look at the statistics of HIV, Corona, forget it. Like people just start being very careless about their health, and this has been happening even before the astronomical numbers of coronavirus, right? It's been happening like my college years or before that, where women, for some weird reason, they will go to the GYN and like get a pap smear, right? So they get checked, they have HPV or they have any other disease, and it's very difficult to detect it on women. It's not as difficult for women to detect HPV. For men, it is. But women became so careless about their health, to take care of their vulva. They will go probably have intimacy with one man, and then later on have intimacy with another man, and they did not clean their vulva. Did not wash inside their vulva. Now, washing doesn't really mean that you're not going to have what is it? Pheromones, right? Yeah, this chemical of like scent. Some women, I believe that they produce different scent depending, depending, are they ovulating? If they're not ovulating, then they might have these sex hormones, right? Let's put sex hormones different, right? So yes, some women, they don't take care of their private parts. Then they want to have intimacy with men, right? Some women prefer heterosexual males. Some women prefer homosexual males, bisexuals. Hey, that's up to them, right? But some women make a life with men spiritually. They go and make a life with men spiritually. The women go and have these spiritual relationships with heterosexual males or bisexual males, because they're not used to being, with a heterosexual male. They used to being with a homosexual, bisexual man. So it's really weird. They have these like weird relationships, and they have it because they're not used to having a real normal relationship. They probably got sodomited when they were young, probably forced into homosexual doctrines of demons, made harlots, made them seductresses, easily. Many women are sorcerers, right? The virginity is taken by their own uncles, right? Because it's not it's insidious, and it's all factual truth, right? All the things that I say is factual and true. So yes, some women could be using feminism as well, right? Feminism to allow the non-hygienic part of the vulva. They won't shave because it's a form of feminism. They won't clean, won't douche their vaginas and make their vaginas, obviously, if they're ovulating, then it's time for procreation. Some of them are not in procreation. They're just looking for a sex mate, right? So this is part of sex health. So yes, women have to go and talk to other women. Like, are you sexually active? Yes or no? Because you want to. If they're not sexually active, then they're having like these weird relationships with men that are sexually active, but they're making it like they're going spiritual to have like this spiritual bondage with men when they're not sexually active. So women have to be proactive and speak to women and say, are you sexually active? Yes or no, yay or nay. And then you write it down and report it to the clinician. She's sexually active. She's not sexually active. Okay, good. And now you go to the males. Are you sexually active? Yes, yay or nay, yay or nay, yay or nay. And then they have all the documents that they need, because you're not going to go into the population looking for a sex mate that might have been went to the hospital and then left, or that they can have these perverted relationships spiritually, right? Or that they can be feminists who are doing these things so that the mankind cannot look for womankind, or they will be disgusted by womankind. So women do a lot of things for feminism, so that mankind cannot have sex or procreate, because they're feminists who don't want reprocreation. Obviously, there's a lot of things that are going on right now that makes no sense whatsoever to even procreate. I mean, there's bankruptcy, there's just insidious behavior, there's spiritual warfare like you wouldn't believe, from the Lord of the world, from the other side of the people of the book, the what is it? The soothsayers, the necromancers, the murmurs, congregation of murmurs. So people will go into all the letters that are against the people of the book, because they basically try to emphasize that this world is meaningless. But we know that this world is Allah's world, and He has a set hour for every one of us. So we're just here to do the will of the Lord, service Him the best we can, even if that's in health and GYN, to talk about these issues that are occurring, especially in a time like this now. So yes, make sure that women go out there and find out who's sexually active, who is not. And try to wean out who can have sex and who can't, because there are women who've done spiritual bondage with men that is really like insidious and weird.